Okay, good morning, guys. So yesterday's class we discussed about cucumber scenario. Okay, so under SRC test resources, under features file, we have created a feature file, and these are the steps we have developed and we have automated. And today's class we are going to discuss about cucumber scenario outline. Okay, so let me create a feature file. So I'm going to create feature file name as skills2, skills2.feature file. Okay, I'm creating a feature file as skills2.feature file. I'm clicking on finish. So these are the steps got automatically it's generated. Okay, so now I'm deleting everything here. So generally scenario, it also contains some set of steps and it contains some example section here. Okay, so now I'm going to explain some scenario on the skills.feature file. So I'm going back to the existing project, SRC test resources features file. So just I'm clicking on this feature file. So I'm copying these steps, Control A, Control C, and I'm coming back and I'm pasting here. So I want to create skills record in orange mode. So this is the feature file I want to automate. Okay. So yesterday we have seen we are writing only scenario. So here I am writing scenario outline. Previously, if it is direct input values, we are specifying within the double quotation in the feature file. Okay. So here, so how many steps are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the scenario outline, how it will work? It will work. All these 5 steps will be executed when the skill name is Oracle 1 and skill description is Oracle 1 description. So the first iteration, it will be executed when the skill name is Oracle 1 and Oracle 1 description. And again, all these set of steps can be executed when the skill name is Oracle 2 and skill description is Oracle 2 description. And again, third time, all the set of steps which can be executed for third time for third set of input data. So when the skill name is Oracle 3 and Oracle 3 description. So here we can call these things as a skill name and skill description. We can call it as a parameters. Okay. So whatever parameter name you have, you specified here, that parameter name you have to specify it here. And the values you have to specify within the double quotation. Okay. So like that. So that's it only I did, and remaining parts I haven't done anything. Okay, 1 second. So skills2.feature file. Okay. So now let's check all these steps has been implemented or not. This one. So I created skill name. So this step is available or not. Let's check under SRC test Java. Corresponding methods are available or not. Let's check that part. So that part is not available. I created skills record. This step is not available. So first of what I am doing is, so this is the feature file, skills2.feature file. This is the feature file I want to execute. So what is my next step I have to do? I'm ready with my feature file. And the next step is I have to specify which of the feature file that I am developing. So under JUnit platform.properties file, I'm specifying skills2.feature. That's it. So second part is done. Okay. The next third step is you need to execute testrunner.java class file. Okay. So let's go to testrunner.java class file. See, here we know this step is not automated. Okay. So whenever I am running testrunner3.java class file, at that particular step, that step is not unimplemented. That step, it was generated in console. Let's see that part. Click on proceed. So it is executing. See the setup driver instructions. Okay, I think the steps are already available. Okay. Yeah, the steps are already available. Okay. So if there is any unimplemented step, that method we have to add it. So Oracle 2 description, second iteration got executed. And the next third iteration is Oracle 3 and Oracle 3 description. So your scenario outline was executed 3 times successfully. So now let's go and check output report. Okay. Now let's go and check output report. I think I'm executing which of the feature file. I think I executed in scenario outline 3. Okay, now let's go and actually I have to do in scenario outline 2 here. So I'm opening test3.java class file. Guys, some background noise is coming. Oracle 4, Oracle 5, and Oracle 6. And here Oracle 4, Oracle 5, and Oracle 6. And I'm saving here. So this step I created skills record. This is the step I implemented or not. I'm copying and I'm checking in my step definition.java file. Control F, Control V. It was not there. Okay, now let me check Cucumber scenario 2. In this project, I'm checking test runner 3. Run as JUnit test. Now let's see unimplemented methods, it will be generated. Previously, I executed another project. That's why their code is everything is ready. So it's executed successfully. But in Cucumber scenario 2, there are unimplemented steps are there. We haven't implemented that step, add skills. So it's executing up to launching of Chrome browser. That part only it's executing. Okay, let's go to here. So the 3 iterations execution got failed. And what are the unimplemented steps? Here it is got generated. So I'm clicking here. So I entered valid username. So these are the steps has not been implemented. So I'm copying these steps. Copy, and I'm going back to my step definitions.java file. So here I'm pasting. I enter valid username and password. So already we have written I enter valid username, password, setup driver commands. So let me copy those lines of code. These are the setup driver commands. Right, and keep the mouse over, add throws declaration, throws exception got added. I'm saving, and I created skills record. So I created skills record here, skill name and skill description. So this is the step we are automating in the skills 2 feature file. I created for this step, there is unimplemented step is there. So we need to write setup driver instructions. So I need to navigate to add skill space. So I'm copying these things. And after that, I need to click skill name, skill description, and I have to enter save. So I'm copying those lines of code as well. Control C. So skill name and skill description button save dot till. So I created skills record. So the set of driver commands I have written. And after that, I need to write I sign out. I sign out. So here I need to close my browser. Driver dot close. So right now, corresponding set of driver commands are available for every. So for every step there is corresponding method is available in my step definition.java class. So this time, if I will execute my scenario outline, okay. So first time these all steps can be executed when the skill name and skill description is Oracle 4 and Oracle 4 description. And again, all these 5 steps can be executed when the skill name is Oracle 5 and Oracle 5 description. And again, all steps can be executed when the skill name is Oracle 6 and Oracle 6 description. Okay. So now let's run this test runner 3.java class. See, Oracle 4 record got created when the first iteration is skill name and skill description value got populated. And again, set of steps are executing. All 5 steps are executing. And the Oracle 5 and Oracle 5 description is executing. And again, third set of input data it is executing. So Oracle 6 and Oracle 6 description. So like that, your feature file was executed 3 times. So because of scenario outline. Okay. So now let's go and check the output report. So where I have to check my output report, just you can navigate to JUnit platform properties. So under target folder, Cucumber reports. So there is a target folder, Cucumber reports, Cucumber HTML, open with browser. So let me expand this. See here, Oracle 4, Oracle 5, and Oracle 6. These set of steps got executed successfully. Okay. Anybody has any doubts in scenario outline? Skills2.feature file. So this is the feature file I have developed. Can we do one more example or is this enough? One more example.
Sir, how it is taking Oracle 4, Oracle 5, and Oracle 6?
See, all the set of steps here it is executing. So the scenario outline behavior is like that. In such a way, the Cucumber framework was developed. So when the skill name and skill description, so during the first iteration, these values we here it will be replaced. Okay. And during the second iteration, these values it will be replaced here. Oracle 5 and Oracle 5 description. And during the third iteration, these values will be replaced. In such a way, the Cucumber framework was developed. So supporting libraries was developed. Okay. So simply we can say scenario. So yesterday we discussed the definition of scenario. The set of steps which can be executed to achieve the test objective. And it can be executed only once. Okay. So with a predefined input values. So that is scenario we discussed. With a predefined input values. That is what I'm telling in scenario. In scenario outline, the set of steps which can be executed multiple times, okay, for different sets of input data as defined in the example section. Okay, so in the interviews, in every interview, Cucumber framework, wherever you go, people will ask this question: what is the difference between scenario and scenario outline? Scenario means the set of steps are executing for a particular test objective, okay, and it can be executed only once, okay, with a predefined input values. Whatever values we have given, so for those input values, it will execute only once. But whereas in scenario outline, the set of steps can be executed multiple times for different sets of input data as defined in the example section. Okay, so that is the main difference. Now let's see, we will develop one more feature, okay, for scenario outline. Okay, so
So we can write number of iterations, right?
yes, number of iterations. So now we have, yesterday we haven't developed, right, this jobs.page. Okay, so this is jobs page. Okay, so first we will develop scenario, and after that we can develop scenario outline. Okay, now I want to develop the steps for jobs.feature file. So I haven't developed go to jobs page, add jobs name, click on logout button, close browser. These set of steps I haven't developed. Okay, so now, so what is the first step? My feature file was ready, and what is my next second step? I have to navigate JUnit platform properties file, and here I have to specify jobs.feature. Done. I'm saving and I'm closing this one. Okay, so now what I need to do? Test runner 3.java class file, I have to execute it. Okay, so what will happen when I will execute? If there is any unimplemented steps, those steps can be generated. Okay, let me run this one. So that means user enters username, password, these steps has been ready, and up to that part it's executing. Okay, but go to job space, these steps was not there. And let's see the execution output. See, the steps got not implemented. So these two steps was not implemented. The system is asking to implement these two methods. So just click on console, show stack trace in console view, and go up and copy these two steps and go back to your package explorer. Click on step definitions.java class file, and let me add those two steps. So here I'm adding. So go to job space. I have to write set of driver instructions, and I want to enter job title, job description, job node, correct? So now let me change here local variable names, job title. Job description. And finally, last one is job node. All right, now I need to write my set of driver instructions, correct? Okay, now let's go back. Already add job set of driver instructions already there. So I'm going back to add jobs. So now admin job titles job. So up to here, these are the set of driver instructions are related to go to job space. So I'm entering and I'm pasting here. So my set of driver instructions are ready here. Right, and the next one is job title, job description, job node, and I need to click on buttons. So let me copy these lines, Control C, and I'm coming back to add job space. Control V. So just click on add throws declaration. It's got added. And I want to replace here local variables. Job title, job description, and job. So I'm saving my feature step definition.java. Now, if I will execute my feature file, so here job title, job description, job node, this is the record will be created. Okay. So now let me run my test runner 3.java class file because all the methods are ready. Just I'm going and doing run as JUnit test. So this time my feature file will be executed only once or multiple times. It will be executed only once because this is scenario. Okay. So am I mentioned jobs.feature file already? Okay, right. Jobs.feature file. Okay, now let's run test runner 3.java. So open OrangeHRM, login, and it has to navigate to admin job titles. It's navigated add button and job title, job description, job node. These details got entered, and after that it has to click on button save. So my scenario got executed successfully. Let's go and check my output folder. So I'm refreshing my target folder. Just select and click on refresh, so that the previous results it can be refreshed and the latest results we can able to see. So just you need to select here and just click on refresh. And after that in Cucumber reports, just open with web browser. See Java sales 1, sales 1, 2, sales 1, 2 node. This is the record got successfully got created. Okay. Suppose if I want to create one more records here, I need to change sales 1.3, sales 1.3 description, and sales 1.3 node, so that one more new record will be created. Okay. So let's run one more time. It is very easiest framework. Just unimplemented methods, the system it will suggest. Just you need to copy and paste those methods under step definition.java class file. That's it only. And after that, you are writing your set of driver commands. Okay, only 2 steps. If any unimplemented step, you need to copy those methods, copy and paste those methods, and you need to write set of drivers. That's it. Over. So now let's go and expand. So target folder, just refresh. Open with notes. See, this is the record got created successfully now. Okay. So now let's close. Now I want to develop scenario outline. Okay. So now let's close this one. Okay. So I want to create a feature file, new file, jobs1.feature. Jobs1.feature file. So, and I'm deleting all these steps. Deleting all these steps. And these are the, so now jobs.feature file. So for this scenario, so I want to execute this feature file for different sets of input data. So same feature file I'm pasting here. Okay. So here what I will do instead of, so here what I will do, I will write job title. Okay. And here I will write job description. Okay. And the last one is job node. Right. So I have defined my parameters. Now what I need to do, I need to create input data. Okay, so I'm copying this section and I'm coming back to here. By following here, I'm writing examples. And what is the step I need to modify? Instead of scenario, what I need to rename it? Scenario.
Yeah.
Okay, let me rename it scenario. Okay, and I have to get ready with my input data. So copy this job title here, job description here. And I have to write one more job number. So this is the one. So whatever name you have given, exact one, you have to paste it here. So right. So here my input data is ready. So here I need to give some proper input data. Sales to record I want to create, and I want to create sales to description. This is the job record I want to create, and sales to note. So let me create sales 20. So my input data is ready in the example section. Now I can go and run my testrunner.java class. So now let me run skills, which feature file I want to run. Jobs1.feature file. Okay, let me check in JUnit properties file. So I have to specify jobs1.feature file, and I'm saving, and I'm coming back to testrunner3.java class file, run as JUnit test. That's it. So sales 20 record got created. And second set of input data. So sales 22. So this is the record got created. So all the 3 iterations got successfully completed. Now let's go and check. So just refresh target folder. Open with. See sales 20, sales 21, sales 22. So these are the records got created successfully. Okay. So like that, we can implement scenario outline. So how we need to define scenario outline? So in the interviews, okay, you have to tell about scenario outline. The damn sure question in the interviews is, what is the difference between scenario and scenario outline? Scenario means it can be executed only once for a particular predefined input values, set of steps. Scenario outline, the set of steps which can be executed multiple times for different sets of input data as defined in the example section. Okay, so that is the definition you have to explain in the interviews. Hope everyone is good. So do you want me to tell one more example? Is this fine? Online people. Hope everyone understood. Okay. So do this. So today's class we have covered jobs.feature file scenario also we have covered, and scenario outline also we had covered. Okay. So tomorrow's class I will tell you Cucumber data tables concept. Okay. So Cucumber data tables without headers and Cucumber data tables with headers. These are the two concepts are there. Okay. So today I'm not telling. So you can do this practice Cucumber scenario 2 project, and we will go to some generic labs. Okay. So let me share this project part first. Cucumber scenario 2. See, if Cucumber scenario 2 is already there. Okay. So you can, okay, let me paste it here. Suppose here Cucumber scenario 2 is there, and you want to import this project in your system, in your Eclipse. If in your project already Cucumber scenario 2 is there, then what is the step we need to do here? We have to rename it to Cucumber scenario 5, some unknown name. Okay, I'm giving Cucumber scenario 5. I have changed my folder name as Cucumber scenario 5. And inside the folder, under pom.xml, we have to modify at 3 places: group ID, artifact ID, and name. So save it. You can click on save, it will ask for save, just play save it. So I'm going to share you this project. Try to import this Cucumber scenario 5 in your project, in your Eclipse, and you can check these programs. Okay, create a feature file, add jobs, create a feature file, add nationalities, create a feature file, add skills. Just to do the same exercises on scenario outline as. Okay, so let me share this sharing. So how to import this project? Yesterday we already discussed, right? So just you need to import Maven project and you have to import that project. Okay, let me share this project first. Right. So now we discussed about scenario. So in tomorrow's class, we are going to discuss Cucumber data table and Cucumber data tables with headers. Okay. So now I am going back to Orange HRM 11. And now I am going back to some regular labs. So whatever labs that we have left, just I'm taking some 15 minutes of time on one of the lab as frames. Frames, it's very important concept. Okay. So previously we had discussed about locators, how to write set of driver commands. We can locate a web element based on ID, based on name, based on XPath. That topic we had discussed. So the writing of set of driver commands, we can write it in n number of ways. That's we already discussed. Okay. So now I want to tell you about frames concept. Okay. So let me open one of the programs, switch by frame name. So this is the program I'm opening. So I want to tell you. So I'm automating this website here. So I'm launching the application URL as this one, bhavasri.com. So this is the website I am automating. So let's open this website. See here, you are able to see first name, last name, and subject. And here also you are able to see first name, last name, and subject. If I ask you to automate this set of driver instructions, what you will do? Just you will inspect it and you can write set of driver instructions. Okay, you have written driver dot find element, first name dot send keys, driver dot find element, last name dot send keys, driver dot find element, subject by ID, subject dot send keys. Here you have written driver dot find element by ID, first name one dot send keys, last name one dot send keys, subject one dot send keys. You have written like that. But your set of driver commands, it cannot execute. Sir, you have written, sir, I have written correct ID only. I have written correct name only. Sir, I have written XPath also perfectly correctly only. I have written correct XPath only. But still, your set of driver commands, it cannot be executed. Why? Because those web element, if the web elements are available inside a frame, okay, if the web elements are available inside a frame, the driver cannot able to locate it. Okay, how can I know whether a web element is inside a frame or outside a frame? Suppose if you are right clicking here, the nearby web element of this web element, here you are able to see view frame source. And here also, if you are right clicking here, you are able to see view frame source. That means every web element is available inside a frame. Suppose if you go to Orange HRM application, okay, and I'm doing logout here, 1 second. So suppose here, if I right click nearby this web element, am I able to see view frame source? That means you can write setup driver command directly. If a web element is inside a frame or not, how we can check? Just you can right click nearby that web element, right click. If you are able to see view frame source means, okay, that setup driver command, it cannot be handled by driver. So how I need to write it? Okay, so let's discuss this. So this is Google contact form. This is Amazon contact form. So I'm right clicking and I'm clicking on view. Okay, so here any of the outside of the page. So these web elements, we can call it as a outside of the frame. See, on these web elements, you are able to see view page source on. Means you can inspect and you can write setup driver instructions on these web elements. It will know. Means these web elements are available directly on the main page. These web elements are not directly available on the main page. Those web elements are available inside a frame. Okay, so you can able to click on this web element, you can able to click on these web elements, but here you cannot. So first, so let me inspect. So outside of the page, so here clicking on view page source. Okay, see here Google contact.html and Amazon contact.html. Okay, so here I am calling all contacts.html. So this is my all contacts.html. We are able to see Google contact.html and Amazon contact. So if I'm clicking, so view page source means what is the developer has written complete. So this is the code has been written by developer to develop that page, all contact. So Google contact.html. So just I'm clicking here. So this is a separate HTML page. And I'm clicking Amazon contact.html. This is a separate HTML. Okay, so developer, what is the tag name he is using? iframe. Iframe is the tag is using to call some another HTML. Okay, so by using iframe tag, I can call any of the HTML. Okay, so here Google contact.html and iframe src source code is equal to Amazon contact.html. So by using iframes, he is calling to different HTML pages. So these web elements are not related to directly this main page. So by using iframe tag, developer is calling Google contact.html, and by using iframe tag, developer is calling Amazon contact.html. So in the Google contact.html,